Let's start off with the NSE 20 share index, which has taken a beating today, down 21.86 points. I thought we were behind. This was behind us.
No. It was never going to be a one straight line sort of movement. You could argue that the market is taking a breather. We're looking to see what inflation numbers have in store for us. Of course, the various central banks, especially for the foreign investor component. Yeah, so those should be taking a wait and see. I should first see what the foreigner what Bernanke and co will say, and of course for ourselves, the inflation numbers also will be very instructive in how we'll move into the market going forward.
All right, I need to jump away from that for just a moment. We'll be back in the market, but the fact that the appeals court has ruled that the election date is March 4th, 2013, that brings in a level of certainty, right, for investors?
Yeah, it just for those who wish to avoid political risk and take a breather away from the market. Now they know what they're probably more sure what they'll be taking a break at, and of course for those who want to pick up stock cheaply, assuming that we expect some sort of downturn or flattening at around that time, then they will be knowing, or perhaps giving it a 3-month window. Probably they'll be looking to come into the market from January thereabouts. So it'll be interesting time to watch. But for now, I guess everything will just take normal course of action, with the chief mover being the interest rates right now.
Let's just jump back into the market for a second. The CIC Insurance today rebounding quite significantly, up 9.5%.
Yes. Yeah. Well, for again, I think second day in a row.
Yes.
Looks like people. I mean, some sort of bargain hunting. Seeing the share price take a beating from when it listed at 3 shillings and 50 cents, jumped all the way to 5, trended back downwards all the way to 4 shillings, and now it has picked up steam again. So probably some people will be thinking, well, this is a cheap stock, came in at a low price, 4 bob is affordable, so they're looking to take in the share again.
Right, foreign participation at the market continues to trend downwards. Today, only 22% were foreigners.
Interesting dynamic there. I'd be thinking that a lot of carry trade going on with people picking, if the central banks abroad, guarantee low cost lending, then they can borrow and come invest here where the yields are much better. Inflation is trending downwards, interest rates are trending downwards, so you expect asset prices to be moving on the opposite direction. So you could argue easy pickings, but I think they'll be taking a wait and see to see if there'll be more liquidity coming through.
We talk a lot about banks here because of the blue chips in this stock exchange, but this Deloitte report out today that East African banks lost about $48 million to fraud in the last 18 months to June 2012. Should we be worried about that?
I really don't think so. I mean, for me, yes, in a certain sense that it's not right and shows weaknesses in the system. But on the other sense, from what I know with Kenyan banks, they adequately ensure their funding with fidelity insurance, if I'm not wrong. I think that's the term, fidelity insurance. So they're able to cover their losses, and I think it's already estimated beforehand every year. So I think they're able to cover it. So for me, I'd be more worried about non-performing loans.
So we do know, basically what you're saying, that we know there's a fraud, but there's an insurance cover for it, so we should not be afraid.
Yeah, basically. I'm not supposed to say that, but
basically that is the truth.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yes.
Excellent. Nderi, many thanks. Always a pleasure speaking with you, Head of Research at Suntra Investment Bank.